Good afternoon, my friends. Good afternoon, good evening. European food, my friend. European food. Oh, I had this. I was this dating one Eritrean girl. She became a doctor later. She was a biomedical scientist, researcher at sorry. At Royal Free Hospitals. She was working as a researcher for this big guy, big man. He was a consultant. I think he's a cardiologist. So it was on 9th floor. Was it 10th or 9th floor? Big bulky guy. He used to put a lot of gel on his hair. Tall guy. So her name was Asmarat Kidane, Dr. Asmarat Kidane. I think her roots, her parents are somewhere from Gura. Okay, so Asmarat is obviously my mom's sister. So these people, my friend, power. It's all about control. I know the older people back home. That's what they say when they try to say in the villages, my friend. I love it. Like, today, my friend, I'm gonna say about this. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day, my kids will be judged not by their color, but by their character. Martin Luther King, right? I have a dream. Was he a lawyer? No, a theologian, isn't it? So that was civil rights movement, okay? Dr. Luther King. That wasn't his name. Real name is Dr. Luther, okay? Of Reformation and all this Lutheranism, Protestantism against this Roman church in Germany, okay? So that's the real name, okay? So Dr. Martin Luther King came later, all this civil rights movement, so that all these black Negro slaves from Africa that were subjugated and oppressed in America, so that they can have a freedom under moral principle that we have Christianity, my friend. So that's the whole idea. Martin Luther King took the name of Reformationist Lutheran, Dr. Luther, is theologian from Germany. Okay, so what happened was Obama came with this civil rights movement. I have a dream. Change is coming. That's oratory skills. He just steal the emotion of all the black people now. A black man never led in the world in the past. I will be the leader, black man. So Martin Luther King vision, I have a dream, is going to be realized using Obama. Okay, so this is a girl called Awad Shushay, very short girl. So I used to date her sister, Nebia, very short. She was very beautiful, very short, like very dwarf, very long hair, like So that time we were very young, kind of like teenagers, often in our country. If a girl is a virgin, and if you are not planning to marry her, you don't touch it. That's how we were raised, okay? So everything was clear for me, my friend. It was on the bed, my friend. I had to leave it. That's really self-control, my friend. I was 16 or 17, that age, my friend. Can you believe, any man you bring into Europe or somewhere else in Africa, if you are sleeping, naked woman, my friend, in a couch, they will do it, my friend, okay? And nobody's gonna call it rape, but I left them out. That's called self-control. Really proud of myself. Okay, so fast forward. So her sister, our sister, because these people are my friend, they're just making my head, they follow me everywhere. Her sister, younger sister, came to America, called into Orlando, Florida. Okay, so she studied mechanical engineering. So now she's working for Lockheed Martin defense all these airplanes, MiG jets in America, motherfucker. Lockheed Martin, okay? Martin Luther King, okay? Then from Martin Luther King goes to Dr. Martin in Germany, the Reformation against all this Roman church, okay? So that's the whole idea, all these people in America and the UK, motherfucker. It's a war of Lutheranism, okay? This is really funny, man. So this Lockheed Martin, my friend, nowadays, especially in London, they flying all their aeroplanes like these MiG jets when I'm sleeping, my friend, like so that they can remind me. So it's not out, it's not Nebiat, her sister, teenager, like kind of like we used to be sweethearts together, dating each other. So her brother, their brother, Binyam, is kind of like, he's maybe 2 years or 3 years above me in terms of age. So like, he was kind of like our neighbor. I used to trim his hair and like, him and another dwarf guy called Berhane Mabrato, he's in America from Honda, okay? So Binyam, Sekilis, my friend, they want to take all the power to give to this Nebiat Howard, okay? And Binyam, this cyclist guy, okay? So the whole idea was just to make this Luther Martin, okay, the theologian, German theologian, reformationist against the Roman Catholicism, okay. So that's the whole idea. The president of Eritrea is this Swedish missionary Lutheran church, all this Anglican Lutheranism. That's the whole thing, like, So he wanted to take control, my friend. I am one of these Eastern Christianity, my friend, is a church that we pride so much upon, like, having 1,700 years Christianity foundation from the early inception foundation of Christianity, okay? So that's where my faith is, my denomination, okay? Our faith establishment. So they want to take away. So this president of Eritrea, all his government cliques are all this, like, from this Protestant, all this Lutheranism from Swedish, all this missionary from the Swedish, like, all this Yamani Malki, all of them, all in government cliques are from that, okay? So they want to empower this Lockheed Martin, this defense, American MiG airplanes, defense, everything about the Americans, all this Lutheran reformation, all these reformists. They wanted to give that power to them, okay? So we had this guy called Martin, short dwarf guy, fat bump in YMCA. He was a receptionist clerk, like that. He was a guy who was taking all this rent and everything that we were living as refugees in YMCA in Stockholm, okay? He's a Kenyan guy. And we had another guy, I think Eritrea, somewhere from Karano, and some very short dwarf guy, Musiba. He was okay, like a bit bald head. So this Martin was really bully guy, man. Bully Kenyan guy, like fat bum. He just, when he walks, like, he just... So there was a police officer in YMCA called Malcolm. That Malcolm guy, he used to live with his kids and his wife, So he was a, constable, he's a police officer. Very tall guy, skinny, bald head. Exactly replica looking this Prince William. Exactly like that. He has the same body shape, the same body, exactly replica. So his name was called Malcolm, police officer. There are a lot of refugees in the it's called the St. George House. So that's what's them, all these refugees from Africa, from Latin America, from Asia, everywhere, from Europe, East Europe, like, everywhere. So, like, in case any problems happen, this police officer can, like, settle things. Okay, so that's Malcolm. So this Martin guy is very keen, my friend. He's a Kenyan guy, very bully. He used to give me problem after problem, my friend. Like, the whole idea is, but Martin, to give that name to this Martin Lutheranism, Dr. Martin, the theologian, okay, German Reformation. So there was this Kenyan guy called Rainy Samuel, okay. I don't know, maybe that's the reason why my wife just chose that name, and my ex girlfriend, Sunlight, brother's name was Samuel. He's Kenyan, okay. I think he's Kikuyu. So Samuel was a Kikuyu. So he was into this all the religion, okay. So this Martin was a bully guy, a bully. Can you believe it? Like, Mr. Tweldebrand, if you don't pay your rent now, if all this income support they don't pay you when I was initially in the YMCA, we'll kick you out, we will evict you every day, letter after letter. The whole idea was just to make me destroy it, okay? So came this in America, my friend, and they handpicked all this Barack Obama, a man kind of this Muslim Swahili kind of like Arab kind of maybe mixed in the Kenya. They chose him to be a present leader candidacy, okay? So he's a lawyer, okay? A lawyer. So they chose that name, Obama, Barack Obama, from Kenya, okay? So they follow it as still that Martin thing, okay? So this Martin guy is the receptionist, okay? So this Howard came from America, from Orlando. She used to correspond with me in letter postcard and everything about this Orlando city in America, all this Disneyland, like they go the same copy replica in Paris, in France. So she lives in America. So we were calling each other on the phone and sometimes on the internet. So I trained her so that she can open an email account. That internet was a new thing somewhere in 1998 or something like that. So this guy called David, he used to work for this Ethiopian electricity department of the ministry, and I think he was working for this World Economic Commission in African Economic Commission in Addis Ababa. So he was working there, like a tall guy. He's a Tigrayan by road. So he used to live in the one of those rooms. Like he used to play tennis, ground tennis, all that kind of stuff in Kennington Park. Okay. So like I could have opened my own account that time because I was in college, my friend. We were taking a lesson. Like hey, my friend, I'm going to do this email, all that kind of stuff. So that was the first time I opened my email account, 98 or 99. So I joined this out seaside. Okay. So she opened an account in Yahoo, then the Yahoo, it was me who taught her how to do that, okay? Because I was studying IT and she was doing chemical engineering that time. We were corresponding by telephone and like, every now and then she used to send me all her postcard and picture and everything, okay? So then she said like, I'm going to open Adriyah cousin, all these Adriyah guys, we know each other from Adriyah, like, So she created that account called, there was no Facebook that time, so she created this mailing list called Adriyah cousin, okay? Now all these people, more why his wife is from Mandafra, from her village of this house Shisha. Okay? So they call it now Adriyah cousin, big kind of mailing this Facebook kind of thing, okay? So after she graduated from her mechanical engineering degree, so she got is it degree or master? She got a job with this Martin Lockheed. What is it? Lockheed Martin. All this defense, all this aeronautical kind of this defense thing. So she's working in that, okay? So because she wants to make her career big, the guy who was in the YMCA admin was called Martin, my friend. She's working for